So one of the major reason why you like practicing IP law is association with creativity and innovation, right? So when you are actually, you know, like what is association with creativity and innovation? If you realize that when you are practicing, you know, IP law, it's like you are dealing with concepts which are very innovative, or you're dealing with content. Imagine that, you know, imagine that there are lawyers who literally have to see a movie series and wait it that, okay, this content is fine. Or they're looking at a movie script and saying that, no, you change this content. No, you cannot say it like this, and working with a director to make it uh, legally safe to do something in a certain way. Imagine, right? Not a lot of people get to do this, right? This is very creative kind of work. And similarly, when you are working with scientists, you have to figure out strategies. For example, lawyers are a lot of times uh, advising a company, advising the R&D team, advising the scientists that, okay, this is the patent landscape. In this patent landscape, these are the things for which our competitors already have technology, and this is the kind of technology we should build to compete with them, in which we can still get a patent. Okay, so or they are coming up with a strategy for the businessmen that, okay, we should be licensing this kind of content from our competitors, or these are the startups we should be buying out or investing in, or these are the competitors we should acquire, right? So this kind of work, lawyers are doing strategic work, and you are always associated with creativity and innovation, which is quite a interesting situation if you think of it to work in, right? It is undeniable that IP law can expose you to more intellectual and finer aspects of human experience, especially creativity, art, innovation, as opposed to, say, capital markets or project finance or criminal law, or even merger and acquisitions or investment law or competition law. You are not dealing with, if you imagine, if you're a capital markets lawyer, right? Sure, you might be earning a lot of money. You are working with companies doing their IPO. So you're drafting, draft red herring prospectus, okay? Or you're a M&A lawyer, you're doing due diligence on a company. You are looking at their documents. You are trying to identify legal risks. If you're doing project finance, you're doing a stamp duty analysis that, in this agreement, how do we pay how should we write it, draft it, or what agreement should we put into place to pay the least amount of stamp duty? Imagine, that is the work of a lawyer. Or you are criminal law, you're drafting bail applications, you're trying to get your client out on bail, or you're trying to do a good cross examination or collect evidence. That is one kind of work, and not everybody enjoys that, right? Now there are a lot of people who really enjoy working with art, working with, when your subject matter is that, okay, is this a unique trademark, is this a unique trade dress, should this get trademark protection? This is a different kind of, it's like a game. You're trying to coming up with arguments as to why this trademark should not be registered or should be registered, right? So, or you are trying to argue why this is a patentable thing, and there's a lot of, it's like chess in a way, and you are dealing with, like I said, finer aspect of human experience, like creativity, art, innovation, scientific development, right? And this is a very interesting aspect of intellectual property law, which appeals to a lot of people, right? There is no limit to what human beings can invent and how far patent lawyers will go to assail or defend that innovation for their clients' commercial gains, right? So it's like a game of chess, right? You are strategizing that, oh, how can we invalidate that patent, or how can we defend our patent, or how can we oppose that patent somebody has registered, now we want it to be cancelled, or there's so many, right? So it's really interesting that way, and there is a lot of intellectual input that goes into it, and a lot of people like doing this kind of work. Not that everybody gets to do this kind of work. There are a lot of IP lawyers who are just doing filing work or doing very routine kind of stuff, doing the same work every day, and there is no they don't enjoy their work. So that is a reality for a lot of lawyers. But there are other lawyers who get to do really interesting work every day. There are other lawyers who really get to work like this, okay, on really every day they have something new and challenging and intellectually satisfying work. Imagine lawyers who have to watch movies or stand-up comedy to determine whether it's original work or copyright claim can be brought against it. Imagine you're watching a movie, not only to enjoy the movie, but you are trying to prove that it is a copy of your client's movie. It's a copyright infringement, right? It's a very interesting intellectual exercise. So, IP lawyers are doing things like this all the time. And whether a trademark is deceptively similar to another, okay? Zomato was not named Zomato in the beginning. The name of Zomato was initially 𝘂𝗽𝗶𝗹𝗃, 𝘂𝗽𝗃, 𝘂𝗽𝗃, right? 𝘂𝗽𝗃. And they had to change it. Can you guess why? Because eBay sued 𝘂𝗽𝗃 saying that your name is deceptively similar to our name. People will think that it is eBay launched this 𝘂𝗽𝗃. So you have to change your name, and Zomato changed its name into Zomato. As an IP lawyer, you also get many opportunities to come up with creative and innovative arguments as well. And that may satisfy your hunger for creativity, your hunger for original work. It is often said that one should choose a profession that does not merely make money, but where our passion lies. Because, success is hard, right? So if you want to see, average life is not difficult. Today we are all comfortable. You will get some life. You will not die. You will be able to earn enough to feed yourself, pay rent or whatever, right? So it is not too difficult to do that. But to really succeed, you have to do something. You have to work hard. You have to push through the pain. You have to cross some big barriers. Then you have big success, right? To do that, you need to do something where your passion lies. Because if you don't have passion, then you will try and you will give up. You will try and you hit a problem and you will give up. But if you don't want to give up, then you should do something where you have a passion. You are ready to fight. You are ready to do something really difficult to achieve. It is easier when you are passionate about something. Many young law graduates find it highly inspiring and intellectually stimulating to work on IP matters. Okay, so this was one reason. This whole intellectual satisfaction is something that human beings crave. It is not that it will appeal to everyone. For a lot of people, they don't care about this. Okay, they don't really care on whether they are getting intellectual satisfaction or not. But for me, it really matters. I used to work in a very big law firm and I was getting a lot of salary there, but I was not happy. You know why I was not happy? Because I didn't feel like any intellectual satisfaction. I felt like I am doing very simple work, like, what is this? I was not getting that satisfaction. But when I started my startup, I had no salary, I had no security, but I've been doing this for 10 years through good times, bad times, because I'm so passionate about it, right? And it's intellectually satisfying. I enjoy. It's a challenge, right? It's like you wake up in the morning and it's life has a spice, and it's enjoyable because this adds to the quality of life. I wouldn't say it's quality. Sometimes quality of life is really bad because you're working so hard, but it gives you that fire inside you and the it's like you have a purpose in life, right? So it's very important. If you get intellectual satisfaction from your work, it's amazing, and some people cannot live without it. So are you the kind of person for whom intellectual satisfaction is very, very important? Then maybe IP law would be one of the options that you should seriously consider. Okay, one more thing that I see in a lot of people, and I talk to a lot of people who are trying to be successful IP lawyers. One thing people really enjoy is the association with popular culture and cultural icons, right? So imagine that you are a lawyer for Shah Rukh Khan. Imagine your Dharma Productions hire you, and you are like working with all these very senior stars and everything, and you are helping them draft contracts, them to get into the right contracts, helping them with compliance and so on, right? And this is a real area of work with a lot of work today. So let's take a quick look at that. A lot of people want to join IP law because they will get to work with their favorite stars, cultural icons, and popular brands.